The front row dominated by the Ewell Duncan Honda Racing Bikes. 86 is Cameron Donald, 24 is Keith Moore, 72 the surprise package. Kevin Fitzpatrick on the triumph. Away we go, and look at that start from Moore. Donald is following him as well. Fitzpatrick's gone backwards, but we're on board with Cameron Donald, looking to make a move maybe on the brakes into Gorton. Here they go. They hit the white line, and it's going to be Moore who will tip it in first. Raymond Porter up in the second. Yes, Porter on the Kawasaki just. We ride with John Donnan. But a great start by Keith Moore yet again. So he could be on for a double victory. Here they come. Moore, Porter, Donald, Donnan in fourth place. Kevin Fitzpatrick on the Triumph 675. He's in fifth. Moore again still leading this little pack. Back to sixth place. That is Andrew Brady, bike 23. 49, Connor Cummins. 13, Adrian Archibald. 18, that is Shane Connor. The leading trio of this little group of 8 riders. Donald trying to go round the outside. Porter moves out, blocks and defends his line. Not really much room to make a move through here. It is so tight, it is so narrow. Certainly not at the inside. Oh, he is Cameron Donald. What a move. Turns it in time as well. You won't see many moves like that at McAdoo. So race order, Keith Moore, Cameron Donald, Ray Porter, who must have had the fright of his life when Cameron Donald came through. John Donnan still staying with them. Here's the second wave, Cummins, Archibald. 87 is Michael Weldon. Cameron Donald a lot closer this time around to his teammate, so perhaps this could be the lap where we see a new race leader. Look at Donald, he's right on the back end of Keith Moore. Different lines as they go round. So here we go again, Donald with his chin on the tank. He pulls out, we ride with him. Now look for the white line, this is going to be the breaking point. Who is going for it? There they go. It's going to have to be Moore, I think, that's got it. No, Donald, Cameron Donald. Well, Moore had the inside line, but Donald just had it on the brakes. They both hit the brakes at the same time. But we could be on for another record-breaking lap again. Donald is certainly trying. Keith Moore is certainly staying with him. So they're matching each other time for time. So around Mackney they go. Number 7 is Adrian McFarlane. Great to see him racing again. Cameron Donald still leading Keith Moore. He just can't quite shake him off. And they're certainly not easing up as the lap time suggests. They are really going for it. So over the line they go. Cameron Donald followed by Keith Moore. Here is Connor Cummins. 72 is Kevin Fitzpatrick. So Connor Cummins is either on a glorious charge or Kevin Fitzpatrick's had a moment and has dropped back down the order. Gorton again, Cameron Donald. Well, he knows his way around this corner now. Has a look behind, sees Keith Moore. Keith Moore gets on the power and they've got slower traffic ahead. So through the tight and twisty parts of this circuit, that might just allow Keith Moore to gain a yard or two on his Australian teammate. Depends where they catch him, but I think they should be able to get through. Into Mackney. Oh, now then, that has played right into the hands of Cameron Donald. John Donnan, yet again on the Yamaha. Ray Porter, though, this year on the Kawasaki. McAdoo have had some great riders over the year. They've got another one in this form of Ray Porter. Connor Cummins, though, what a ride from him. He's really motoring. Well, Ryan Farquhar's lap record from 2005 has gone in the 600s. The win is going to go to Cameron Donald. His first win at Cookstown today. Keith Moore will have to be second this time. So a great ride from Cameron Donald. Not as close as we had on the thousands, but close enough. A thrilling ride. This is how it finished then. Ray Porter in 5th place. Adrian Archibald up to 4th. Connor Cummins a great 3rd. Keith Moore 2nd with Cameron Donald the winner.
Well, Cameron, happy with that?
Yeah, no, it was good to get a win. Had a few problems in the first race, so it was nice to turn it around. 1-2 for the team again, it was good.
Were you a little disappointed in the first Superbike race today?
Yeah, look, it's one of those things. We had a couple of problems and, almost. Hopefully we can repeat that performance in the big one anyway.
The feature race of the day is the Cookstown 100 Superbike race. Now, already today, there's been a win for Cameron Donald and for his teammate Keith Moore. They're both on the front row for this one, alongside the Ballymoney man Adrian Archibald, relentless TAS Suzuki. I'll grab a quick word with their team boss, Hector Neal. Hector, how competitive can Adrian be in this one?
We're out more or less here, Stephen, for a run round. That's only a super stock bike we're running. Those guys are running full super bikes. So, as a matter of fact, the bike surprised me. It's going really good for a super stock. So it'll be about the place, but we'll not be up in the front. We'll be in the first 5 or 6, which would be a good result for a super stock again, the super bike. So,
as you say, all gearing up towards the Northwest 200.
This is a run out to see how these bikes are going for the Northwest and then on to the Isle of Man.
But the Yule Duncan team, a hard team to beat today.
Stephen, I don't know how we're going to beat these guys. They're young and hungry and two bloody good riders. No, they're not. We won't beat them here.
The question is, though, who will? Well, John Donnan will certainly have a go. That's who we sit with as we wait for the flag to be waved. Watch for Donald, watch for Moore. As away we go, it's straight on the power and up through the gears as we go down towards the dip along the straight, and already the Yule Duncan boys are screaming ahead, but Ray Porter's determined not to let them go. He's lining up a move on Cameron Donald. A much better start from the Australian on the Superbike this time. Into Gorton they come, Moore leads, and it should be Donald who's second. It is, as Porter stays at the outside of the Australian. John Donnan has the inside line on Cummins for fourth. Just look at Donnan's front wheel there as he tries to control that power. Race order at McAdoo. Moore, Donald, Porter third, Donnan fourth, Cummins right there fifth. Archibald, who qualified on the front row, is sixth. Along the tight and narrow roads, between the fences and hedges they go. Still no change in this first group of riders, but there is a long, long way still to go. Martin Finnegan won this race last year in record-breaking time on the Honda, but he's not here this time. Hope to see him racing soon, though, having signed for MV Augusta. We ride with Connor Cummins. This will be his second full year of racing on the roads. A lot of good results last year. Well, I was about to say he made a few people sit up and take notice, but John Donnan certainly sat up there. And the youngster from the Isle of Man said thank you very much. He goes fourth. One lap completed. It's the Hondas of Keith Moore and Cameron Donald, which have the edge on Ray Porter's Kawasaki's to begin lap 2. And Cameron Donald isn't hanging around. He's having a go at Moore up the inside this time. That white line across the road is the breaking point, and they both seem to have grabbed big handfuls to ensure they get around the corner, which they do. John Donnan and Connor Cummins are having another dice similar to the one they both enjoyed at the start of the day. Cummins came out on top that time. Here's the second wave led by the Kawasaki of Dwyer Agnew. Shane Connor on the Yamaha follows along with David Coughlin, Trevor Ferguson and Wayne Kerwin, both there as well. Through Mackney, it's still Cameron Donald, Keith Moore, Ray Porter in that order. Meanwhile, Connor Cummins not matching the pace of the top three, but still he's in possession of fourth. Now watch the flying Aussie, 2 wheels in the air every time, followed closely by Moore and Porter. Into Orator, Cameron Donald opening up a gap on Moore, and at the right time as well. He doesn't want his teammate close enough to him to get a tow and maybe a pass using his slipstream as they go down the straight. In fact, Moore had better watch out because Porter, who's trying desperately to get close to him, but he may have to rely on a braking manoeuvre at Gorton to get past. Here they come. Porter's having a go on the outside. Is he going to make it stick? And Moore's got the inside line. Second place. No, Moore on a different line squares it off and up the hill they go. Into McAdoo. Donald with a handy lead. And Moore followed by Porter. Oh! Porter's okay. That's him out of this one. The back end seemed to go away from him. And thankfully for him, the bike just went up the road. Whoa, so now it's a 2-horse race, and I wonder how much Keith Moore knew about that. Not much, I'd suspect. Maybe if Porter had been closer, he too could have gone down. Well, there is Porter's bike. Looks okay from here. Now, we can have another look at what happened. As they approach McAdoo, Porter's rear wheel goes from under him. Now, how close does it get to that Honda? Spinning toward it with Porter on his front and doing the sensible thing. Here is Donnan with Archibald, who won at last year's Cookstown. he is back in 5th place. Archibald not getting any younger, but he'll be there or thereabouts at this year's Northwest 200 and the Isle of Man TT. Hector Neal has a lot of faith in his boy, and Bruce Anstey, of course, who should be at Tandragee. 1 minute 25.292 seconds on that last lap for Cameron Donald, who it would seem is putting in fast lap times for fun. Astonishing in only his 2nd year here. Back with Connor Cummins. Just look at how many people are here today. Another bumper attendance, and they're all here to watch great racing. Into Gordon, Adrian Archibald with the all-new colour scheme of the TAS Suzuki team. He's still sitting on Donnan's tail. No sign of Keith Moore, but he is still in 2nd place. Here's Archibald. Oh, a bit square into McAdoo, just a bit too excited. Cummins in 3rd. Now look back to the gap to 4th. Currently with John Donnan. And he's got a touch of breathing space over this man, Adrian Archibald. Well, there were the usual rumours in the run-up to this event as to whether it would go ahead, but I'm sure everyone here today is grateful to the organisers for putting on what has been another great event, and for making sure the sun came out, of course. Adrian Archibald still trying to get close to John Donnan. Well, the fans may not be getting a two-way fight at the front, but they're still being thrilled by the exploits of Cameron Donald, who continues to keep it pinned, or lit, as they like to say in these parts. Not holding back at all as the lap times confirm, despite his adequate lead over Keith Moore. This is the main duel at the moment. Adrian Archibald trying his best to get close to Donnan. At the start of this race, the talk may have been about running in the machine, getting some miles on the clock, and generally getting the right setup and feel for the bike. You can bet that once that flag dropped, Adrian Archibald wouldn't have been thinking about that. He's got his race face on, that's for sure. Connor Cummins, a clear track in front of him, but still fairly secure with 3rd place. The youngster tried his hand with short circuits in the UK a few years ago, had a great season racing a 600 in the Virgin Mobile Cup. Couldn't get the backing he wanted to carve out a career there, so he's turned to the roads and proving what a talent he is. A lot of good results from him in 2006 and the promise of a lot more in 2007, starting with this meeting here today. One of the tallest men on a racing machine, sometimes looks a bit like Ruben Zaus with his knees out, but thankfully not as wild as the Spaniard. Well, there's also a Man of the Meeting award to be handed out today. Last year it went to John Burrows. It's a fair bet we're looking at the recipient of this year's prize. So Cameron Donald begins what should be his victory lap. Meanwhile, Adrian Archibald still thinking about a possible 4th place. It's been a very hot day today here at Cookstown, and you have to say that is more to do with the pace of this young man than the sun, which has been beating down. On board with Connor Cummins following the back marker. The young man's place isn't under threat, so he should be able to pick and choose where to pass here. No blue flags, unlike elsewhere, to tell the slower riders that quick men are upon them. And in some ways, you'd have to say that works, as the quicker riders would be therefore expecting the back markers to move out of the way. But with banks and walls around circuits like this, there's no room for error, so you just cannot make that assumption. So maybe it's better they make a move when they know it's safe, because they know for certain the man in front isn't expecting it. Not too far to go for Cameron Donald. Whoa, ho, ho, ho! Stunning riding from the Australian. Taking in the applause. And the wheel will go up, the flag will come out, and it's the 2nd win of the day for Cameron Donald. Keith Moore is going to come. This is the final leaderboard of the day. Adrian Archibald just pipped to 4th place by John Donnan. Connor Cummins an impressive 3rd, but from the off, no doubting the top 2 in this race. Yeah!